Hey everyone, Jack Lawson here with digitalrealestateacademy.com. In this video, I'm going to be covering the ad set level in your Facebook Ads Manager account. I'm going to go through all the options you have in there and just kind of break down everything for you in an overview video. So let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so this is inside of your Ads Manager account, your Facebook ads, if you're setting up a Facebook ad. And this is the ad set level right here in the middle. You'll see when you set up your campaign, when you create your campaign, the next thing you do is the ad set, which is going to be used for targeting and making sure that you're targeting your audience that you want to send your ads to. So when you set up an ad, you get here to the ad set level. These are going to be all your options right here. So as a real estate professional, if you are running housing related ads, you would have selected the special ad category as housing in there, which limits the options that you have inside of the ad set level. Just a little bit, just because they're regulating based on fair housing and all that stuff. So if you aren't running housing ads, then you don't have to select that, and you will have a little bit more options. But we're, Digital Real Estate Academy, so I am speaking to real estate professionals here. So basically in there, you're going to have a destination here at the top. This will be different depending on if you are setting up a campaign that sends to messages, to a landing page, anything like that. We do have here, we have a campaign objective of messages. So you will have that option for the ad type of messaging apps and where you want to send that messenger conversation in the ad. So that's going to be your first option. You're going to have your Facebook page there at the top, and then you're going to have your daily budget. So with the daily budget, I will point out that we usually suggest for most real estate related ads, depending on if you're a single agent, a team, a national brand, it does obviously depend on that, but for most of you are probably single agents or small teams, when setting up your daily budget ad spend, you want to stick on the lower end so that you can test more ads. If you spend too much on the front end, if like you say your daily budget for all of your marketing is $20 or $40 and you spend that all on one campaign, then you can't go in and split test those ads. So if you start off at like $5 or $10 a day, in my opinion, it's better to have 4 ads running at $5 a day than it is to have one ad running at $20 a day, because then you're able to split test those different ads and you're able to send specific budgets, specific amount that you're spending every day to a specific ad. So if you are thinking, if you're familiar with the Ads Manager and all that stuff, and you're thinking, well, what if I just set up multiple ads underneath the ad, underneath one ad set? Then that's going to Facebook's going to decide where to send, which ad to send that money to. So if you have 4 $5 per day ad sets with each their own ad, then each of those ads are going to get $5 a day, as opposed to $20 for an ad set and then having 4 ads underneath that one ad set. Then Facebook's going to decide which ad to spend that money on. So in my opinion, I like to control which ad is evenly dispersed, basically, so I can track exactly which ad is performing the best. So you'll see here the estimated daily results. You can kind of get an idea of if you spend more, how much more results you're going to get. You're seeing one result and whatnot right here, because you do have what you're trying to accomplish is getting conversations, because we have messages set up. So it's kind of hard to track that. You'll see it doesn't get up to 2 results until $70 per day. That's absolutely does not mean that you're only going to get 2 messages per day on $70 budget. That just means that they don't have enough data to give you correct information, especially we're targeting 6 million people here. There's going to be more than 2 results with $70 a day. It's just they don't have enough data to give you the accurate information there. These estimates don't guarantee results. They just don't have enough data there. So sometimes this is accurate, for link clicks and stuff like that. It's a little bit easier to track that, but messages they tend to cost a little bit more, so it's going to be harder to get that accurate number. But you'll see that the more you spend, the more results you will get. And you'll see that there's a kind of a break in here. Some breaks are, where it goes up steep, and right here it goes a little bit less at an angle. That just means at that point, that's kind of the peak where it's going to start leveling off and slow down in terms of spending more and getting more results. So you'll see that depending on what type of campaign you're running, it could be different. It could go up sharply and then straight across. Different campaigns give different results. So that's what that is there. So you can have your start date. You can have it set it on the day that you're setting up the ad, or you can set it on the time in the future. And there's an end date that you can select. However, I don't ever set end dates unless you're running a campaign for a specific event. So maybe you're running an open house ad, then I would set an end date at the end of your open house. However, if you're just setting up an ad to generate leads, then don't set an end date. You just keep track of your ad, and you can, when you basically, my philosophy is you run your ad until it stops performing, and it stops bringing you money in. If you do it correctly and you set up your ads correctly, and track them and split test them and make sure they're all set up over the first couple weeks or so, at that point they should be kind of on autopilot and continually bring you in leads. So you don't want that to end because you set an end date. You want that to keep going. You want you end your ad, you end your lead generation. So why would you end your ad? Unless, of course, it's not producing results, which is what you need to track manually on your end. All right, so you got your new audience, saved audiences. I'm not going to cover those in this video, but if you do have them, you can select audiences that you have created or saved. If you have custom audiences, you can add them in there, and you can basically target off of those audiences that you've already created, or you can go into locations and target your own audience. So an easy thing to do is either to type in your location or drag and drop a pin. Let's do Lakeland. And then, like I mentioned, with the special ad category that you select, if you're running housing ads, it has some limitations, including a 15-mile minimum radius around your targeted location. So you can't go smaller than 15 miles, but you can go up to 50 miles if you want. And you can obviously add more locations to it. Maybe if you're a statewide brand or something like that, you can run in all of Florida. It's not like 50 miles is the max. 15 miles is just the minimum. All right, so again, special ad category, you can't change the age range and you can't change the gender. However, you can do detailed targeting. So you can, add some interest. So the detailed targeting is actually also limited as well. You can only use interest in the detailed targeting. So those are in there. If you just browse and you search interest, you can add any kind of interest you want, or you can just leave it open and let Facebook's algorithm do its thing and target it all the people in your area, so that you're building a relationship with as many people as possible in your area. And that's the ultimate goal as a real estate professional, building a relationship with people. So you got languages. Actually, I don't know. Let's see. You can select English, US, if you want to exclude maybe Spanish speakers or anything like that. Maybe if you're in Canada and you only speak English and you exclude French speakers. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't live in Canada. So you can do that. And then manual placements. I almost never put on manual placements. I usually just leave the automatic placements unless you're looking to run an ad in one specific area. Maybe if you're only doing stories or something like that, then you can do manual placements and run them only in stories. But I wouldn't recommend that unless you have a specific strategy behind that. And then optimization and delivery. If you want to do bid controls, you can. I almost never, when I'm running Facebook, real estate lead generation ads, don't mess with that stuff. All right, and then obviously on the right side, you got your audience definition. You can see that if you're too broad or too specific, you might want to tweak it a little bit. You can see your estimated reach and your conversations, or if you're running traffic ads or whatever, you'll see traffic right there. Keep in mind that if with running messenger ads for messages, it doesn't give the most accurate data unless you're spending like over $100 a day. You're probably going to see less than 10, but you probably, depending on the specific ad that you're running, you can be obviously getting more than 10 conversations a day. The more generic an ad, the more generic to the audience, the more conversations or conversions you're going to get, such as running a new listing ad. If you're just saying, hey, look at this house. A lot of people like to look at houses and click on those ads. You're going to get more leads for less by running a new listing ad with limited information on the ad than you are going to be running when you run a seller ad. So if you say, hey, homeowners, are you looking for a free market analysis or whatever? Let me help you sell your house. That's going to cost a lot more per lead than, hey, look at a picture of this house. So that's one thing that you got to keep in mind, and one thing that Facebook is not taking into consideration when giving you these numbers. There's a huge range of cost per conversion, and quality of the lead obviously is going to increase with the cost of that lead. All right, so that's the ad set level. Again, that's all targeting, everything that you can do to make sure that you are sending your ads to the best audience to capture leads and generate leads for you. All right, if you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll do more videos. If you guys comment what type of video you guys want me to do on this channel, I can do that. Otherwise, if you want more information about the Digital Real Estate Academy, go to digitalrealestateacademy.com. I'll leave some links in the description and whatnot. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video, and thanks for joining.